Matthew. Matthew.
No.
This is the fucking joke. I literally spoke to you fucking 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I was expecting someone else here, not just one-to-one.
Who the fuck have you expected here? Oh, you mean this when other people?
Yeah.
Well, you have me. Enjoy. Funny enough, if I'm not mistaking, yeah, if you want, we could just review your disaster. But you said it's a good disaster. You said it's a good disaster. It's still a disaster, you know?
Yeah, okay, we can do that, actually.
Wonderful. Just share your screen with me.
So you don't want a link? You want me just share my screen?
Yeah. No, actually, no. You can send me a link. Have you already uploaded the whole thing?
I don't know what you mean because I have it on Fathom.
Okay, then just send me the link. That's fine.
Yeah.
See.
Okay, so you can finish her sales call.
Well, she's fucking late, so you know. No, that's fine. Cool. If you guys want to, I'm gonna wait till the fucking audio is connected.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I don't know what's going on. The internet is not working on my phone. Give me 1 second, guys. Nika, are you alive?
Yeah, it just doesn't want to put my video on at the moment. Come on. Sorry, I just got home.
No worries.
Okay, it's working.
Cool. Nika, can you send me the link to the... No, is it in my email? I think.
Yeah, I sent you by email.
So Gmail, where the fuck is my Gmail? Guys, are you available for an hour? Because if yes, I suggest what we can do is I'm gonna review the 20 minutes of your call, Nika.
Yeah.
And then Matthew has an ultra fucking long call. He was 73 minutes on a call. So if you don't mind, what I will do is connect the both. So there is another call also in 1 hour. And if you want to, you can stay. If you don't want to, you don't stay. But what I will do is I will just review the outstanding part of your call and then start also reviewing Matthew's. Obviously, dependent on how long the last 20 minutes are gonna be. Okay.
Sure.
And can you send it to me again? I'm not able to find it in my email, please. And I'm gonna change the location for a second. So.
Let me see if I can send the link, because if I send it by email, it will take very long. Okay. Another way, it will be easier.
So have you sent it to me?
Yes.
What email did you send it to? How do you guys even have my email? I was so confused when you sent it last time.
You send it with the onboarding package.
God damn, it's a scam. No one of you is supposed to have my email. Matthew, do you have my email as well?
I don't think so.
So certainly fucking hope so.
But I have a good source when I can find your email.
Honestly, fuck you. Nika, was it 1851?
Yes.
Somewhere in 18, yeah.
So let me. Yes. So let's start with it. Can you guys see it?
Yes.
Wonderful. So let's
I
Let's
can
see.
show you how our company works and see if you have any doubts or anything. I can help you in the meantime. Does that sound good?
Yeah, this sounds good.
Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see.
Yeah, so one thing was to you took extremely long to open the presentation. You had an argument for it. You have explained it last time why.
Yeah, normally if I put share, I can choose which tablet I'm
Window,
showing
yeah.
to the other people, and it was not an option.
Sorry,
So
my
I assume doesn't opened my
Right.
screen at the moment.
You damn, you just changed your background.
I don't even know how I did that.
Oh, did you just open the fucking presentation from the investment? You have showed the last slide.
I'm not sure. My screen is bugging at the moment. I only see my face stuck in the same strange way.
Do you see this?
Yes,
Yes,
now
we
I
can
see
see it
it.
now.
Okay,
Or do
look
it
at
like
this. Wait a
this.
second. Look. 1, 2, 3.
What do it like this?
You have
Yeah.
showed your investment as the first part of the call. How?
Sure,
Like,
I
I'm
had it.
genuinely interested. How?
I had it still open because I was rehearsing before on how to do the presentation. And
Yeah.
I think I left it open on the wrong one, but I'm gonna fuck up in the end anyways in the investment again.
Okay. The good thing is, I told you not to put the build-up fee and not to put the retainer in here. But fuck me, is that the wrong beginning? The last thing you want to do is show someone investment when you say to them, you're gonna show them the presentation now. Well, let's see. So thus far, Matthew, I don't know if you remember, thus far, besides the fact that Nika said that she's doing terrific, besides that, like the whole call, good.
Yeah.
But then she said apparently after 20 minutes it started to going downhill. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, also good thing
Well-
is that I have your email address now.
Man, shut the fuck up. Just fucking delete it.
We're Met Glow Media. We're trying to make sure.
What the fuck is wrong with your screen sharing?
I don't know. I just shared my full screen, so normally it should be not like
Maybe
this.
maybe it's the recording. Maybe it's the recording.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, but then again, I told you when you were putting your logo that it's not high quality, and you can see that this is a terrible resolution. Just try to, if you don't have it in a higher quality, you can literally Google photo or like picture enhancement. Just try to enhance your logo because this looks very bad.
That we choose quality over quantity, unlike most big businesses who just make a strategy.
You're breaking.
Can you hear me clearly?
Sorry, you're breaking up. Give me 1 minute. Yeah, it's fine now. Yes.
Okay.
If there is a chance you've been breaking up because you don't have enough RAM on your laptop, so just if you have a sales call, try to minimize the amount of things you have open. Like, you should just try to have on your presentation open. As a matter of fact, you can even download it if you want to, and just your Zoom open. Because I think in this case, your computer is just not like using too much RAM, and because of this is happening. That's why you also had.
Because
Yeah.
of the internet, because after the sales call, my complete internet like broke down.
Oh, okay.
And
Okay, then
the whole
then
night
makes
it
sense.
was working like shit. I couldn't even
Okay.
open Go High Level for the rest of the evening.
Yeah. Okay. No, fair enough.
Well, I'm with MedGlow Media. Me and my team trying to make sure that we choose quality over quantity.
Okay, you said Trana. Like, you said we are trying to choose quality over quantity. Terrible opening.
Because unlike a lot of marketing agencies, they are just like, we have this strategy, it works, so we're just gonna apply it. No, everyone needs their own special touch up just to make sure that it will actually work. We mostly focusing on branding, which is very interesting with your new starting up company. But we also do lead sourcing in the meantime, so you will see results from the first month. But we're trying to look at it like, for example, for a year. So
What the fuck?
our
I really fucking hope this is not how you have showed your presentation. I hope. How did you record it?
I just put share and then my whole screen that he could see everything I was doing on my PC.
Okay, no. Okay, that's fine. But how are you recording this? How are you recording this meeting? Is it the OBS?
Just what Zoom normally does. I didn't touch
This is
these
with Zoom.
settings. Yeah, it was on Zoom. Zoom was recording it.
If this is with Zoom, then it means that this is how he has seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not the best sign. As a matter of fact, can you open your presentation right now and share your screen with us? I want to double check something. No, I can see everything. Can you go to presenter view? So if you click wider in the right upper corner, click on Dellen. Oh, okay, never mind, it worked. Okay, I really hope he saw it like this, because this looks sexy. But for some reason, your recording just is completely zoomed in.
Like halfway through, you're gonna see I'm gonna start doing it like this because when I did it like this, it didn't want to go to the next one anymore. I tried several times, so I just did it like this further.
Okay. The good thing is your presentation looks very sexy. So I really hope he has not seen it the way it appears on the recording. But then let us just move forward. Let's just hope he has seen it correctly.
ROI, we go for at least 3 times. It's easy to make, it's not that hard, and
It does not sound very confident. Yeah, so we go for 3x ROI. It's very easy. It's not that hard. What you want to say in this slide of the presentation is simple as what was his name? What was his name? Sam?
yeah. One more question. How do I keep a straight face when I use someone's name? Because in my language, when people from the Netherlands see this, they will think about sperm. Yeah.
Wait, his name means sperm in your language.
Yeah, you only need to switch one letter, but the pronouncement is exactly the same. So
just don't think about sperm.
I just didn't use his name. to keep
no,
my
like,
face straight.
as stupid as it sounds, just don't say sperm. Or like don't think about it. Like, you need to understand, it's very important to use someone's name, because by the end of the day, people, like, you know what people's favorite word is? It's their name. It comes across differently when you use someone's name. And in this part of the presentation, it could be something as simple, like, obviously his name is a little bit fucked up, but it could be something as simple as, look, Matthew, fundamentally speaking, our agency is based on 3 pillars. One of them is the ROI, because normally when we work with someone, we bring them at least 3x when it comes to return of investment. Then the next one is the full brand identity, where we just ensure ourselves that everyone in the city that you're operating in knows you for what is it you're doing. Like, just say something in this direction instead of, so the ROI, as you can see, is 3x. It's super easy. It's not hard. Just walk on your approach, but take into consideration it's your first sales calls. Like, it's not bad. Like, at least the first 20 minutes.
Well, you have enough companies, you understand that 3 is easy to get.
That is less reference, but okay.
Then the full brand identity. We want to make sure if you walk to the city, everybody knows you're the guy to be. That they need to get, if they want to know anything, or if they want to book an appointment with you, they need to know your company. They don't need to think about all the rest. You need to be the main point. And we're trying to get that by small things implementing in their brains to make sure that you will come back every time. If it is on their phone, in their mind, it doesn't matter. We will make sure we have an enormous database. We will make sure everyone who would be interested or could be interested will put in our database, but we will only give them to them once we are sure that they are ready to buy. Because like you said, you don't have anything about people who don't pick up.
One important thing is, I don't know how good your memory is. If I'm not mistaken, when you're in the discovery part of the call, you guys have been discussing that he has, for example, a database of 11,000 people that he's not able to get back to the business that he has bought. So this is an information you want to utilize in one of the pillars, because what is the third pillar? It's the database. So you could literally utilize the information he gave you, saying, look, you even said, yes, that, for example, you have 11,000 basically customers that have been in this med spa. Now you have bought it, you made it better, but you're not able to bring them back. So this is also something we will help you with. Because by the end of the day, you currently either don't have time or you just simply don't know how to do it. We will be able to hit them up with a full campaign that will run throughout 365 days, as you're going to see in one of the slides, that will basically, by proxy, result later or sooner to them coming back. Especially when they also hear about your second location, because your second location will also mean in their head, hey, he must be doing very good. And if you want to, here you can also ask on the side note, what, like, how were you trying to reach out to those 11,000 people? It was 11, wasn't it? Yeah, I think it was.
Or
Yeah, that's the most frustrating point, because you have leads and you call them, and then you have when we took over the running location, we made sure there's a receptionist sitting there 8 hours. So we're paying her, obviously, so we need some conversions, right? Because obviously our expenses are running.
Yes, that's completely understandable. That's why we believe we should warm up the people before they actually come to you, so they will get more excited by the fact that you were gonna call them than the person on the other line.
Good response. There was no reason for you to smile, though. He formulated it in a funny way, and you just agreed that it's funny, and people have the tendency to react towards their pain with love. And you just basically reassured him that it's fine. Like, even subconsciously.
So,
Makes
like I
sense.
said, we focus on geo-targeting, branding, and it's mostly on the phone these days. So it's just we make sure that the right satellite knows to make our ads come through their phones every time, and we will adjust small things just to keep them in the back of their brain for you.
I know which direction you wanted to go to. It comes across like this is the first time you're saying it. I will just simply start by, as you can see, this may not be the best map of Miami. However, it should just simply represent the fact that what is it that we are doing is a geo-targeting, where independent of if we are talking about your first location or the second one, everyone in this specific area is going to be aware of your med spa. And that whenever they're going to think about hydrofacial, whenever they're going to think about Morpheus X, they're going to think about your med spa. Do you see a difference in how it comes across? This is, again, a perfect moment where you can either showcase niche knowledge or where you can literally use the words that he used in the discovery part, because it generally just going to see, or like, it's going to come across as you're actually listening to him. Because the good thing is that thus far, he can actually, for some reason, he thinks you're an expert.
I don't know why.
No, because he could relate to everything you have said so far. And because everything I taught you makes you come across as an expert. You just had some small or bigger fuck ups on the way. But like thus far, he still thinks you're an expert. So that's a good thing.
This is a small show of what kind of ads we make. This is for Instagram, for example. We can do it on all kinds of platforms. Just a lot of people prefer Instagram these days. So
No, you just say, look, fundamentally speaking, this is something we can utilize on every single platform that we are familiar with. However, what our results have showed is that it works best on Instagram. That's why, as you can see, it seems like it's on Instagram.
does it work on TikTok too?
Yes, it's literally the same size. The only thing is it would be a different ad spend. And by the end of the day, the traffic, like you need to understand you're running the meta ads or basically Instagram ads because you want to funnel the traffic towards the Instagram profile. If he wants to also advertise on any different platform, that works because you can also run TikTok ads. The only difference is you're not going to be able to do the same qualification process on TikTok as on, for example, Instagram. But if he wants more traffic, zero issues. It can also be generated on TikTok because literally every single part of the content that you're going to create with him can also be utilized on his TikTok.
Yeah, no, he asked about it later, but I actually didn't know, so I was just talking shit and trying to avoid the question.
Okay.
So one day we can put something up like, did you know if you do fillers that you can choose lip flip or really get bigger lips depending on what you want? And the other day we can just show results just to make sure that you keep coming back. You need to stay in the back of their mind like a little voice.
Right, you need to keep telling them. Makes sense.
Presentation doesn't want to go on. I'm sorry, I'm just gonna do it like this because my computer, I don't know what's going on at the moment. Every little bit of advertising, we will put a pixel in it. It's a small coding that makes sure that we will get all the information about the client and that our ads knows that they need to come back to those clients and the people around them.
In this part of the presentation, you can simply ask it, by the way, do you know what the pixel tracking is? Because if he says yes, you can just jump to why you use it, which is retargeting, custom audiences, lookalike audiences. Or if he does not know, you just walk him from definition, help with tracking, and then why you use it.
Oh, it also have used that on the geo-targeting. I was thinking afterwards I should have asked him first if he knew what it was.
Yes.
Like
You
if you
could
share
have.
that with somebody, they also get the code, so we also get their information.
Okay.
We do this for you. retargeting, custom audience, lookalike, just so we know what kind of audience can we also bring your company to make your group bigger. Because in the beginning we want to stay very small with the people we're reaching out to, like really the people that we're sure about they will buy. And afterwards we want to make it bigger, that your name really becomes the biggest one. Just to make sure, you need to have a good head start, the right reviews, the right everything needs to go as smooth as possible in the beginning to get on top later.
Wait, what do you mean get on top later? On top of what?
Just
Like I can
becoming
think of one thing, but I don't think we are thinking about the same thing.
just to become the biggest company in Chicago from all the med spas,
Okay, but
the most
do you
known.
Wonderful. Do you understand that you could have literally said that?
Yeah, but this is the part where I got very, very nervous, and I don't know why. In the end, I get like, how do I say it?
Okay, but then
I just freeze.
Okay, just so I have clarity on my end. The first 20 minutes, great job. Like, could be done better, but like, very good. So what the fuck happened after 21 minutes? Or was it just because you have never showed this presentation before and you just got stressed because of that?
Yeah, also that, and this is the part where I'm more speaking than him. It's easy to listen, it's harder to speak and make sure you come over good. It's
Yes
just
and no,
very
but that's why, yeah.
double. Like,
No, but that's why, but no, but okay, do you understand what the purpose of the sales presentation is? It's so you can show rather than tell. Obviously, it will make it easier if you have also have asked about, like, literally at the beginning of the call, by the way, I can see you, but I'm not, I can hear you, but I'm not able to see you, is the reason for that. Because you will also be able to see him and see if he's actually fucking listening. But nonetheless, like, presentation is a crucial part of the sales call, because this is the moment where they can actually get an understanding of what is it that you're doing. But yeah. The good thing is, believe it or not, these are easy fixes.
Okay.
so we do a fully, we try to cover all the grounds, like I told you about.
Why do you say we try? We do. Like, there is literally no reason for you to say we try to do something or we are trying to achieve. Just say you do.
I just want to make sure that I don't actually make by accident promises that I'm not sure that I can keep afterwards.
No, but in the context that you are using it, like, it is basically guaranteed. Full retargeting, 365 days, yes, that's one setup. That's gonna allow people to, once they see one part of this office content, it's gonna be showed, like, it's gonna show his content to everyone that has interacted with it throughout the whole year. ISA qualification is something you do. Yes, at the beginning, you're gonna be the internal sales agent, but later down the line, it's gonna be someone else. Email campaigns, that's automatic. SMS campaign, that's automatic. Content retargeting, that's one setup. That is literally custom audiences. And the other context you have used it was the pillars. Are you gonna do a full branding? Yes. Are you gonna give them ROI? Yes. That's why you literally explain it in the ROI breakdown. And the database, you help him to keep overview of his database, and you also help him to regain the word, to regain the touch with his database. Yes. So what part of it will be a false promise? Enlighten me.
You say it like that, yeah.
But again, it's your first call. That's why it's absolutely fine. Nonetheless.
The pixel, we also do SMS campaign. Will mostly will be the people who will are willing to buy as fast as possible. Then we have the email campaign. Like I told you, warm up the people who are interested, but just not sure.
This is also a perfect moment where you can literally say, look, you said you have 11,000 people in your database and you don't know how to get a hold of them. You don't know how to make them come to the practice, to the practice again. This is literally what we could help you with. We will just send out an email campaign. We will set up SMS campaign. We also assure ourselves that your profile looks sexy, shows authenticity, and also your expertise in what is it that you're doing. We can also showcase that you have the newest devices that are on the market that you have just ordered, which will just simply allow us to reactivate a database of existing clients that you have that you're not able to bring back. Because tell me, can you remind me, what have you done to, get them back? Exactly. This is how you, because you said you're struggling, for example, with the fact that you need to speak a lot, but they are not able to speak a lot, yes? Because it's apparently easier for you to listen. Feel free to bring them back and communicate with them throughout the presentation. Because funny enough, this is the only way how you can also assure yourself that the person is actively listening.
So we're really trying to bond with them, so they feel like you're the right fit, and they will most likely be the people who will come back more often than the SMS campaign.
What? What the fuck did you just say?
It's just something I learned before from copywriting. They say email takes longer, but people that will bite on an email will stay longer, since they feel like you took more time for them, even though an email is still as open to everybody as an SMS would be.
Well, yes and no. By the end of the day, for example, if you run SMS campaign properly, you will still call those people, so they will also know who you are. On the basis that the practice is gonna do their job phenomenally, they're just gonna come back anyways. But I think what you meant is a newsletter. That's a completely different story. You will probably need to elaborate that as well. See, I think that's one issue that you have done so far while you were showing the presentation. You've been just throwing words that can be interpreted into various different ways. Do you know what I mean when I say that?
I make my answers too open.
Yes.
And I think the last one is most important to you. We pre-qualify them. We will make sure that you don't get all that ton of crap that doesn't pick up, that just wasted your time.
That's important.
By the end of the day, we have better things to get some money.
Huh?
What the fuck I said? That sounded dumb.
No, like
very dumb.
It didn't really make sense. I think what you were trying to say is, by the end of the day, there are better places where we can invest our time in. But then
that would be the proper way to say it.
Yeah, no, like what you just said didn't really make sense.
So this is what, yeah, this is what it would look like. Like for small example, what I personally like to do is the woman with the needle. If you gave her a pink shirt, every time someone walks by with a pink shirt, without knowing, your mind will think back to this picture, and your company will come back in their minds.
Right. Makes sense.
So the small things. It doesn't even have to make sense. People are not logical made.
That's true. They just want to see something to start.
Yeah, so we're just trying to make the roads to you as smoothly as.
Again, not a bad ideology you wanted to showcase there. But then again, you just said try. For some reason, this guy really likes you. Like, for me, thank you very much. Yeah, like, the only flaw here, obviously besides your tonality, was that you just said we're gonna try.
Possible for them without them thinking that we are actually trying to get in their heads. This is a small overview of what we do. Like I said, we create campaigns for you, the SMS, the email, the social media. You don't have to worry a lot about that. Then we try to make content that's very engaging. Like if you say in the next month,
Why do you say we try not to? Like, well, I'm not even fucking able to pronounce what you're saying. Why do you constantly say we are gonna try to? Is it a part of the job you're gonna do? Yes. Is it something you're like showcasing that you're gonna do? Yes. Does the whole presentation show that you have actually done it? Yes. So why are you saying I'm gonna try, or we gonna try?
I kind of feel like instead of like a lot of people say a lot of like you always say you don't like, I just kept saying try at the
Okay.
moment.
Nika, try is not a fucking word. Remove it from your dictionary.
Micro needling.
So fuck it. Nika, M is not a fucking word as well. Please remove it from your dictionary as well.
Is gonna be the shit to go to. We will make sure that your account will talk mostly about micro needling.
Why do you constantly mention micro?
You're promotional, basically. You're gonna focus promotion focus.
Yes. Like we're just trying to.
Did you? Okay, I have a feeling you have completely misunderstood what he just said.
Yeah, I think so.
He said, "Are you gonna be focusing on promotions?" In this case, unless you want to assume, which, as I taught you, man, like very often, you should never assume on a sales call. You should have asked him, what does he mean specifically? Because from the way he formulated it, you could have assumed, it's up to just reassuring yourself and just reconfirming with him. What he probably meant is that you're going to run promotions on Instagram, which is basically 50% off for Botox, 50% for micro needling, stuff like that. And you just said yes. So in his head, dependent obviously how long he has been business owner for, but taking into consideration he bought a med spa and he's opening a new med spa, it seems like you're going to try to win him a new customers by making his price lower. So you will want to clarify that before you answer anything.
I keep getting back in my mind that like he told me that there were 7 other companies under the same name that his
Franchise,
partners had. I think that also gave a lot of stress when I needed to do this.
Why? It's a franchise. Do you know how a franchise works? Let me put it this way. You can open a McDonald's, you can open a Subway. It's a franchise. It doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to own every single McDonald's or every single Subway. You just pay for a license, you buy a land. That's why McDonald's is so big, because they own the land that the McDonald's is on. And you just get the whole equipment and all the plans to be able to run it. And obviously you profit from the fact that the brand is recognizable. But it does not change anything about the fact that you're the owner of this specific place.
I threw the price way up higher because of the way I was thinking.
It does not change anything. Because you also don't know the structure of the franchise.
Do we have to watch this till the end?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Matthew is enjoying himself as well, because we also had a talk today where he came to the conclusion he fucked up the last call, but he's on the right way. So, Matthew, we wanted to be sure that, you're improving. You ain't that bad. Nika, again, this is your first sales call, so that's absolutely fine.
Catch the fish where they are swimming.
Oh no, how sad, Matthew, your fucking microphone is off. Oh no.
That's it. We're just looking at
Right.
where to figure out where to stand.
What?
I just wanted to say that it's also very important to just review this to the end, because I remember how important it was for me, because with my first sales call, in my first presentation, I was not really sure what to say during presentation. And
Yeah.
with all
Absolutely. Also, Nika, he took, I remember I was sitting with a timer. He took 2.5 minutes to open his presentation.
no 30 seconds. That's
Or was it Adil? There was someone who I think I was blaming him for 3 minutes because he took almost 3 minutes to open his presentation. But yes, Nika, you need to watch it till the end.
So when you do content, are you only limited to Instagram, or are you open to TikTok as well? Do you use that as well?
TikTok, we can do TikTok, Facebook, it doesn't matter. I have a full team behind me with years of experience, so you name it, we will handle it most likely.
Okay.
Solid, Nika. This is the first time where you have actually said something with confidence.
Most likely. But if you prefer
Still sounded more confident than any other part.
TikTok, it's just another way for try.
Yes, but your tonality was more competent.
Partners know that.
Yeah, because I think TikTok is an area where a lot of people are. I mean, they're using it like a search engine nowadays, you know. So instead of Google, a lot of people just go.
Oh, this is the part where you didn't fucking knew what to say, correct?
Yeah.
It could be something as simple as, look, by the end of the day, all the content we're going to provide you with, yes, we will assure ourselves that it's going to be posted on Instagram because this is where the most traffic is going to be funneled to. As you can see on the growth filter, by the way, that's why you have this slide of the presentation. However, if you want to, we can also just post it on TikTok because it's going to have a very similar effect. The only difference is going to be that the whole interaction that we are going to have on Instagram, we are going to take care of. If you want to, we can probably also figure out if we can do it on TikTok for you as well. Simple as that. Whenever there is a problem, Nika, there is a solution to it.
It's searched on TikTok, you know. So
Yes.
I think it's a bigger area that a lot of marketing companies are now focusing on.
No, we can definitely focus on TikTok too. Yeah, like these are all, they can be small videos just to post on Instagram, on Facebook, and on TikTok, so you can use the all round of it. And yeah, we will put small things.
By the way, AJ, if you want to, just you can leave right now because I'm gonna use the last 15 minutes to review the outstanding part of the call from Nika because she needs to see it. And Nika, there is a reason why you have literally written down at the top of this slide that you are scheduling of the stories, so people can understand what kind of stories are you gonna post for them. And you just overskipped it.
With it, like example, if you want to do TikTok, we can say if you would be interested in knowing how your lips could be bigger or something, write down lips, just something small, and in that way we can ask them for the information that we still need maybe, or other informations to add them to our campaigns, and our agents already know how to contact them to qualify them for you. So after everything of this was said, besides pricing, do you have any other questions?
Where did that come from? Why?
On this one anymore.
But by the
From
way,
here,
this
we're
slide would
just
be
gonna go.
even worse.
Yeah, the whole ending is fully fucked up. I gave him the price, even though he told me he was gonna go with other people. I froze down and let him go, even though I should have thrown a negative report afterwards because I knew he had children. The whole end is fucked.
Okay. Well, the first thing is there is also again a reason why this presentation is here, and this will be also a perfect moment where you can literally just tell them, look, I know that, for example, you have a database of 11,000 people. Do you think it will be helpful if they will be aware of your Instagram presence and they will see all the latest treatments that you are currently having, because they have, for example, a comparison what was there before you bought the med spa. Would you think, if they, for example, don't trust you yet, that a before and after picture of every single treatment that you have done will be helpful for them to be convinced about what is that you're doing? And do you think we could also catch them if, for example, the only objection they have is the price, that, let's say, they want the bigger lips for Valentine's Day, that they will be able to come to your med spa when there is a Valentine offer? For some reason, what you just did is, pardon me my language, like walking up to a woman in a bar, and instead of asking her what's your name, how you doing, how your evening is, you just literally come to her and be like, do you want to fuck? Is there anything else that is on our way for us to not be able to fuck? Which, logically speaking, does not make any sense at all.
Questions about how we work or what we do?
No, I think you guys know the industry, so I'm pretty happy with what I've seen so far.
That's great to hear.
Why the fuck would you say that's great to hear? You could have just literally said, I know. So let's move forward. Nika, hello. Please come back.
I'm still here. I need to put my PC on the table or else in a second.
Oh, okay. Are you able to listen? Like, can I move forward?
Yeah, I have wireless headphones. So. Well, of course, we first have a build-up fee. It's 4,000 for each company. But the first month ad spend. Yeah, like I said, I was thinking 3 owners, 9 other
Okay, Nika,
companies.
do you want to run the calculation on that? So based on your calculation, he has 8 different med spas, which will mean he will need to pay you 32,000 to start with. Do you know that it, logically speaking, does not make any sense? As a matter of fact, at the beginning of the presentation, he literally said to you he only wants to do it for this med spa that he just bought, also because the new med spa is still being built up. It's not finished yet. It's not open. Let's move forward. I'm looking forward to it.
Is included in it. So the first month, that's it.
He
Then
says
after
4,000 per store.
yes.
Okay.
So that's
Nika, solid. Like if it will actually go through, fuck me, I will buy you a ticket to Dubai. Honestly, like,
just the build-up fee. That's just a one-time pay-up. That's it. It's just to make sure that all the campaigns are set.
you're justifying. Do you understand that? Like, this is not a good sign. He didn't have any issues with it. Did he say something? No. He just wanted to reassure himself that it is for every single location. Because if you will not have justified that, he will understand it that it's for granted, and that he could just literally choose how many locations that he want to run it for. Because if you own 9, does it mean you need to run it for 9? No. So in the worst case, it will actually work. But for some reason, you started justifying it. And pricing is the last thing you want to justify. Because if you're justifying pricing, it shows that either you're incompetent or you are unexperienced. Literally, this slide, it's as simple as, cool, Matthew, look, you don't have any more questions? Absolutely fine. Then let's just move forward, yeah? Look, when it comes to investment, super easy. It's a build-up fee. It's a one-time fee of 4,000. Then when it comes to the ad spend, it's an industry standard, which will be 1,000 per month. Granted, it also doesn't go to my pocket, sadly. It goes directly to Meta. So it also means that it's not going to cost you 1,000 upfront. It's roughly $33 per day. And then after 3 months, we're just going to simply switch to a retainer. The retainer is going to be $750. And then you just shut the fuck up.
Push that one up too.
Hmm?
I pushed that one up too, out of stress.
What do you mean? What did you push?
The retainer. Set up and everything
Yeah.
is starting running.
You do understand that when it's on a presentation, like you need to say it. There is a reason why it's there.
Then after the first month, it's at least 1,000 ad spend monthly. And after 3 months, we ask 2,000 extra just to make sure that our team gets the right, how do I say it, the right time to study the most in TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, to really dive into it, to really know all the details so they can adjust your program at any time.
So you're saying 4,000 is a build-up fee of each
Yes.
store, and then after that, is it after 3 months that you charge?
Do you also understand that on the basis that he will pay 4K for every single location, the ad spend also will need to be per every location? Because there is no fucking, like, no, unless it's the same name and you will just advertise it, like, unless you will have one Instagram account for every single location.
Yeah, it's the same.
Where like, it's the same name, but you know if the owner is the same. You don't know if he gets profit from the franchise or from the 2 locations that he has bought. So even if he will buy it for every single of the locations, he will most likely need to have ad spend for every single of those locations, and you will need to run ads for every single of those locations. Because yes, it's the same name. Yes, it could be one Instagram, but it will not be enough traffic for, let's say, 9 locations or 8. I think it was 8, because I think he owns 2 and the other people have 7.
1,000 I spend every month, or how does that work? Just
No,
is it 4,000 payment and then there's no payment in the 3 months? How does that break down?
okay, the build-up fee is upfront. You pay 4,000, so we set up your campaigns.
Uh-huh.
Then after the first month, you need to start to pay the ad spend. That's just what we need.
Also the worst fucking choice of words you can use. So after this amount of time, you need to pay. You've literally said it like this.
to pay to Google, Facebook,
Yeah,
Instagram.
that makes sense.
It's around $33 a day. We can up it, we can lower it, but we noticed that this is the most effective at the moment.
Just literally say it's an industry standard that we have figured out works best. Funny enough, while you have a problem with speaking, you're also speaking too much at the same time. Like sometimes you don't speak enough, you open too much for interpretation, but at the same time, you're also not speaking enough. It's like a paradox.
Right.
And we also don't want to overwhelm your people with everybody coming in. Like we could put it up, but you don't want the negative results because we pushed too much people towards you.
Yeah, and that's
And
I
then-
think what we're doing right now, about $1,000 ad spend a month.
Okay, so that's perfect. So, and then after 3 months, we ask $2,000 extra to make sure that our team could keep developing them to keep your social media at all times updated.
So then it's 2,000 every month, or just a one-time fee?
Then after 3 months, it's 2,000 plus the 1,000 for the ads.
Okay, so for every month, right?
Yes.
Okay, and that's for both location or per location?
This is per location. I can talk to the team about it, but that's something I have to discuss. I'm sorry.
Okay, yeah, I mean, some of these.
You don't need to apologize. Like it's a normal question, it's a normal response.
Companies, they do, like, they do like what I've talked to 2 more people, and I have 2 more calls today as well around this. sometimes they do like, one location and then second one half off. So see what you guys can offer us. I don't mind the build out fee, and I mean I don't mind paying as long as we get results. Right? This is an expensive business. I know that, but obviously you have to make sure you have the right marketing people as well.
Yeah, and you have a lot of kids these days who just try to do something, and like you said, they screw up. You don't get the leads you want to, and you
Right.
still pay for it, so you should serve all the leads you're asking for. So if we break it all down, we're coming up to a first year total spend without the ads.
You know what will be good in this part? He literally said, I understand that it's a cost expensive business. So you could literally use his words and be like, look, to make it easier for you, because as you mentioned, and I'm very glad to hear that you understand it, it's a cost expensive business. So let me break down for you how the ROI works, because if you remember at the beginning of the presentation, I literally have showed you that one of the pillars we are working on is that your ROI is going to be at least 3x. And then you just walk into the calculations.
Cost them 24,000.
What the fuck did you
So
Oh,
how many
wait,
treatments do you?
Nika, do you understand that 2,000 times 12, yes, that's 24,000. But you also
I
forgetting
forgot
about
the
the fact
four.
you forgot the 4,000 and you forgot that it kicks in after 3 months, so it will be 2,000 times 9, which is 18, plus 4, which is 21. 22. But then you also want to walk into the calculation so he understands where does the number come from, and not that you're basically pulling them out of your own ass.
You need to sell to let everybody know you're there and you're the person to go to.
What the fuck?
Oh my god. No. That's by the end of the day the biggest question.
Yeah, that's the biggest question. Yep.
Did you just fucking look for a calculator on your fucking device while you were on the call? Oh my goodness, I'm so happy to see that. I mean, you're retarded, but like,
Yeah, I am. Truly.
That's the biggest thing, how many treatment. I mean, these treatments, they vary differently with pricing, right? You can go from hydrofacial of $150 all the way up to a M sculpt process of $900. So it's such a huge gap in between these processes that you see an average value ticket.
Like I just put the numbers because you said you earned around 400 for each client at the moment.
Yeah, that's an average that I'm giving you because obviously we're not crazy busy, right? So I don't really have a actual average. Maybe on Mondays we're seeing like 6 clients, and then on Tuesday we see 2, right? And then on Wednesday we'll see another 5, and then we'll see 1 on Thursday. So it's kind of like a very bad mix of calendar, but obviously we are paying employees. We cannot just have them sitting without, I've got a nurse. She's nice, they work with us, but these people are not cheap hourly.
No, and you need to make sure that you keep the bread on the table too for yourself.
am I being retarded, or you've not even walked him through the calculations yet?
No, I'm gonna. No, I don't think so. But I'm gonna get to the answer.
Exactly. And you can't keep changing these injectors because that also cause issues, so you have to stick with one.
Yes. Like I just took for the calculations 300 because you said 4 and sometimes it can switch a lot. That means you should.
Sorry, what 300 are we talking about? Or is it the treatment cost?
He said average he earns 350 to 400 each client. So I told him I took 300 because he said it's really depends on what they take. So I took lower. to give him the example.
Yeah, no, but then say that. Like you tried to, but then literally just say, look, you have said per treatment it averages out from 300 to 450. I'm just gonna be realistic with you. I'm gonna go for 300 because in the worst case, you're just gonna end up having better numbers.
For 1 full year, you should only sell 80 treatments.
Yeah.
Get
That's
the
horrible.
2 times ROI. No, that's in total.
80 treatments.
80 treatments.
No, but then, Nika, what you could have done is break down 80 treatments by 12 months and literally say, look, if I'm being absolutely honest with you, it will come down to 6 treatments per month. And I'm going to be absolutely honest with you, I will generally kill myself if we can only bring you 6 treatments per month. Because based on everything you have seen so far, do you generally believe that I will be able, or not even let's just take me out of the equation, that everything I just showed you will be able to bring you more than 6 treatments per month? Exactly. So logically speaking, 80 in a year, that's a very easy number to achieve. And again, this is only the bare minimum that we are focusing ourselves on. That's why one of our pillar is 3x on the ROI, because that's why, as I said, I'm also going from the worst numbers possible. But realistically speaking, your worst case scenario is that you're gonna end up having better numbers. And you know, as far as the life problem goes, that's a pretty good problem to have. Am I right?
Okay.
That's not much if you say it like that.
Yep, it's not much.
Because if my research is correct, most companies can get around 500 treatments in a month.
Oh yeah.
Retarded. The way you formulated it is just borderline retarded. Do you know what you could have said? Because based on my experience with working with other med spas, the average of treatment cost is 500. So that's a difference of 200 from all the work on.
It's not the cost, it's how many appointments they get each month.
I meant treatment cost. Oh wait, did you say 500 appointments?
Yeah, I
500
looked up
appointments?
on internet. A lot of med spas get around 500 treatments in 1 month.
Okay, but then I misunderstood, and if I misunderstood, I generally think he misunderstood.
I think that's 9 out of 10 sentences I made were formulated wrong because I had even issues understanding myself.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and that's what we struggle to understand that, okay, you know, every time I ask like other fellow med spa franchisees, everybody's like, well, these are slow months, you know, they start to pick up, but you know, you should still be seeing booking for the future months. You know, I get it, they're slow month, but bookings should still be coming for future months.
Yes, and there are not that many options in Chicago, and if you compare it to other cities.
Exactly.
He will have literally said, and that's what we will be working on, or that's why our main focus will be to, first of all, not bring you too many appointments so your system break down, but to give you a steady influx of people coming through, especially for example, your new location.
So
Okay.
if
Yeah,
you like,
is this record, you have a recorded session, right? So if you can share this recorded session with me, I'm gonna share what you showed to me, to my partners, and obviously, end of the day, it's my decision when it comes to marketing.
yes,
So you know, I will talk to them and let them know that hey, here's a company, and like I said, I have 2 more calls today, so you know, let's see what we get out of it, and then obviously, if you can discuss with your team that if there's any sort of 2 location discount that you guys provide, that will be helpful.
of course, I will discuss that with my team.
You could have literally said, by the way, I'm more than happy to share the recording with you, but it will not be more beneficial if we just jump on the call with your partners, because I will not mind just sharing the whole thing for them as well. Because in case they're going to have any questions, as you know, I'm the only source of information you have. So by the way, when are your 2 appointments with the other agencies? So if you want to, we can just schedule an appointment after you have spoke to them, just so we also have the comparison. And the worst case, we can just, end up having a coffee chat where you can just tell me what they have offered to you.
In the meantime, I just hope you find the right company to help you. At the
What the fuck are you saying? You're the right company.
end of the day, not about the money. It's just a lot of
I think your brain shut down there.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I can see that. Like you paused in the middle of the sentence.
Businesses these days cannot focus on the things that they should be able to focus because of the extra stuff that comes around it.
Okay, I think we can stop here.
Yeah.
Have you rescheduled the call with him?
No.
Okay,
That's
why not?
I didn't ask with him to schedule after the call. I forgot to send him my Calendly, and he told me he should let me know something today, so I'm gonna call him to ask him if he wants to come on another call,
Yes.
but I'm doubting that he's coming back since the end
No.
went so fucked.
Doesn't really matter. Just literally call him and be like, hey, sperm. I don't know. I forgot his name. Hey, sperm, how are you doing? How was your call with the other agencies? Cool. Luke, are you available for a 15-minute call tomorrow? Cool. Would you prefer 9 a.m.? Would you prefer 5 p.m.? Okay, cool. Then look, are we also expecting your partners to come to the call, or are you gonna be alone? Okay, cool. Have you showed your partners the recording that I've sent you? Oh, you have not received the recording. Okay, must have went something wrong from the side of my team. Then can you maybe bring your partners to the call? Because in the worst case, I'm just gonna show them everything as well. I'm gonna refresh your memory, and then by the end of it, if they're gonna have any questions, I'm gonna be more than happy to answer them. And you have all his details, so you can at least book it for him without any friction.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Guys, if you want to stay. I'm gonna take 5-minute break because my brain just got raped by I don't even know how to describe it.
Sorry.
It's not fully. See, I don't want to call it a disaster because it's your first call. There is definitely a place to improvement. The good thing is that's the lowest I have ever seen you in. So, there's only way up right now. So let's just take a 5 minutes break. I'm going to see you in 5. Matthew, you can send me the link already for your 74-minute call.
Yeah, I would prefer to do this review tomorrow.
Okay. Nick, are you as well?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, cool. Then let's just do it tomorrow. And then, then we speak tomorrow. Yeah?
Yeah.
Then please process the information you have seen, both of you. Nika, again, 20 minutes. Bueno. If it weren't for the tonality, very, very good. Presentation, super easy fix. Like, it's just basically how you present it. But if you want to, we can also... So the next call, what I will do, because you guys are always at the same time. So the next call I will do is review this guy's call. And then after that, I'll be more than happy to train with you how to present the presentation.
Okay.
Because fun enough, one of the 24 laws is literally presentation. Because the reason why the presentation is so good is because you can literally not only say what the fuck is it that you're doing, but you can also show, so people are going to have a better understanding of it.
Okay.
All right, then Matthew, I don't know what your plan for the evening is. Just process the information. Nika, please call that guy. Find out if you can schedule another call and process the information as well. Yes, Matthew, what question do you have?
One more thing. Tomorrow, I have this training call like 1 hour earlier because one of the prospects just rescheduled the call the sales call at like this time. So I'm gonna call her because it's like 2 weeks ago. So I'm gonna call her. So yeah, but
That's fine. Then in the worst case, we're just gonna end up having it alone.
yeah,
Because wait, no, Nika is literally in the same call.
yeah,
That's absolutely
great.
fine.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, good. So I have one sales call before our trading call and another one after our trading call. So well,
That's fine.
see you
Then
there.
we just that's fine. We're just gonna do it tomorrow. Okay, Nika, do you have any more questions?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, cool. Then I see you guys tomorrow, yeah?
Yes.
And Nika, again, generally the first 20 minutes, very good. Honestly, for a first call ever, I'm genuinely surprised. Like, believe me or not, I have seen worse. Cool. Then I see you later, guys, and enjoy your evening, yeah?
Yeah.
Bye-bye.